Big changes, big names, and even bigger stakes. Celtic dominate the PFA Team of the Year. Rangers takeover talk hits the £100 million mark, and it could be Mourinho or Gerrard in that Ibrox dugout next. You don't want to miss this. And hey, subscribe now. When we hit 1,000 subs, one lucky fan wins a shirt from their favorite SPFL club. Brendan Rodgers has made things painfully clear for Mike Naraki, and it's not exactly music to the big man's ears. The Celtic boss admitted this week that young Dane Murray was actually his first choice to start the Glasgow Derby against Rangers, not Naraki. And that says everything. Naraki, signed for over £4 million last summer from Legia Warsaw, has barely had a sniff this season. Just 4 appearances, most of them forced due to injuries elsewhere. His big shot came against Rangers when both Austin Trusty and Liam Scales were ruled out. But even then, it turns out Rodgers only played him because Murray picked up a knock in training the day before. Rodgers told the press that he was looking at playing Dane Murray for that match, only for a knee issue to rule the youngster out late on. That meant Naraki was drafted in as a last resort. That's a proper slap in the face for a player who actually performed well on the day. He followed it up with a composed display and a clean sheet against Hearts, helping Celtic cruise to a 3-0 win. But was that enough to earn his place back? Not even close. Naraki was right back on the bench for the matches against St. Johnstone and Kilmarnock. Scales and Trusty returned and took their places without hesitation. Pundit Jim Duffy even said Naraki was unfortunate to be dropped, especially after showing more presence than Trusty. But Rodgers' comments have made it crystal clear. The Polish defender is nowhere near the top of the pecking order, and with summer looming, his future at Parkhead looks bleak. So here's one for you to chew on. If Naraki can't get a game even when he performs well, is it time for Celtic to cash in and bring in someone Rodgers actually trusts? Let me know what you think in the comments. Massive takeover news swirling around Ibrox this weekend as the long-awaited 49ers Enterprises deal edges closer to completion. We're talking a majority stake, major boardroom reshuffle, and potentially a new era kicking off at Rangers, but not everyone's seen the full picture. Hugh Keevins, never shy of throwing a bucket of cold water on fan excitement, has issued a reality check. According to the veteran journalist, some Rangers fans genuinely believe the Americans are about to drop hundreds of millions to transform the squad overnight. Keevins? He's not buying it. His take is simple. Rangers can't build skyscrapers on shaky ground. Let's be clear, the club posted losses of over £17.2 million recently. And that doesn't just vanish because the 49ers roll into town. Financial fair play rules, debt control, and years of inconsistency still need sorting before any kind of spending spree can begin. There's also the not-so-small matter of who's going to be the manager leading this new project. Barry Ferguson is still interim, nothing permanent yet. And then there's the elephant in the room, expectations. With names like Leeds United and San Francisco 49ers involved, fans are naturally dreaming big, but it's not Madden, it's Scottish football. The real transformation needs to be off the pitch just as much as on it, with proper infrastructure, smarter scouting, and modern football operations before we even talk marquee signings. Are Rangers fans getting carried away thinking the 49ers will splash hundreds of millions, or is dreaming big exactly what this club needs right now? It's official, the PFA Scotland Team of the Year is out, and let's just say it's been absolutely painted green and white. 7 players from Celtic made the cut after a season where Brendan Rodgers' side hoovered up trophies and steamrolled the league with frightening consistency. The Premiership's top players have spoken, and it's clear the hoops are the standard. Kasper Schmeichel gets the nod in goal after a rock-solid debut season in Glasgow, joined at the back by Cameron Carter-Vickers and Alistair Johnston, both pillars in Celtic's defensive wall. In midfield, skipper Callum McGregor and Rio Hatate line up with one of the few non-Celts to make the list, Rangers' Nicholas Raskin. Up top, it's Nicholas Kuhn and Dazen Maida flanking Dundee United's Sam Dalby, now onto the eyebrow ring. John Souter somehow finds himself in the team ahead of the likes of Arne Engels or even Liam Scales. And James Penrith pips Greg Taylor for left back. Fair enough, maybe consistency over flash, but it does make you wonder what the criteria really were. Only 4 non-Celtic players made the sheet. 2 from Rangers, 1 from Hearts, and 1 from Dundee United. And you could argue only Raskin truly deserved the spot on merit. Does the inclusion of names like Souter and Penrith over more impactful performers show that these votes are more about reputation than reality? Massive managerial talk heating up at Ibrox. And it's not the usual names being thrown around the rumor mill. We're talking Jose Mourinho and Steven Gerrard, both tipped as frontrunners to take the reins at Rangers once Barry Ferguson's interim spell wraps up. Ally McCoist, a man who bleeds blue, isn't shy about it either. He reckons both Mourinho and Gerrard fit the bill to bring stature, fire, and global eyes back to the club, but only if they're properly backed with serious financial muscle. Let's be honest, this squad's a mile off Celtic right now and miles away from doing anything in Europe. Whoever takes the hot seat, it's not just a manager the club needs, it's a full-blown rebuild. Now, Mourinho has already flirted with the idea of managing one of the old firm, and Gerrard, a Rangers icon who went invincible in 2021. But since then, well, Villa and Al Ettifaq didn't exactly end in parade. His next move has to be surgical. As McCoist said, it's vital he gets this one right. No margin for error. The timing's no coincidence either with the 49ers Enterprises takeover closing in. The feeling is that Rangers will wait for the ink to dry before pulling the trigger on a full-time appointment. Ferguson's been honest about it. He wants clarity, but the board needs direction, and fast. Because let's face it, another year behind Celtic, another early cup exit, and another rebuild from scratch again? That's not going to fly with this fan base. Would bringing back Gerrard be a bold move or a step backward? And is Mourinho at Rangers a dream or just illusion? And don't forget, we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit that mark, we're giving away a shirt of your favorite SPFL team to 1 lucky subscriber. So hit that subscribe button, drop your team in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. I post videos every day talking about our Scottish football. See you soon.